Welcome back to Interactive Horror Stories. Today, we start Crystal Skull 2. This time, you're not a king, but a libertine billionaire in the modern age. Historical artifacts are one of your vices. A marvelous crystal skull is brought to your mansion, and the interesting part is, you can hear the skull's voice in your mind. You can talk with it. It says that it will bring you joys no mortal can ever reach, but it demands something first. Cool. Let's find out what this is about. You consider yourself a lucky man. You're a European billionaire in his 30s. After the recent death of your father, your mother died a long time ago. You inherited the family manor and company. You are also single and handsome. Yes, you are a lucky son of a bitch. That I am. As a libertine, you have indulged in many vices, those we can't mention because of censorship. You have never harmed anyone against their will, though. But all these wild experiences couldn't slake your thirst. You want to taste what was not tasted before. Conquer the unconquered. Nowadays, you have a new interest. Historical artifacts. Prehistoric vases. No, you don't like boring things. You own Alexander the Great's sword, which you used for cutting the Gordian knot. You didn't obtain it in legal ways, but that doesn't matter to you. You seek more. It's a summer night. Your smartwatch shows 1:11. All your 6 servants are asleep in the rooms. That's the way you like it. You don't like being disturbed by their presence at night. You want to be alone at this hour while enjoying your malt whiskey. You're in front of your laptop in your study room, checking social media. Yes, even billionaires do it, with a glass of whiskey and Cuban cigars. You remember that you haven't checked your emails for a while. There are 6 unread emails. 4 of them are business mails. One of them is from your friend Phil, another rich man. You will love this, is the subject of the mail. The last one is from Bill, an artifact smuggler. Crystal Skull, he says in the subject. Let's just start with the business mails. These mails are from your employees. They inform you the painkiller medicine that your enterprise produces can't be sold in Sweden anymore. You're too drunk to handle the situation right now. This medicine ban is not such an important loss for your enterprise anyways. You produce and export many other products. There are 2 unread emails. Let's read our friend's mail. The mail consists of a single image. It belongs to a creepy clown with sharp teeth and a hideous smile on his white face. Low-key lighting and the blood that spills from his mouth makes the image even more disturbing. You have a phobia of clowns, and Phil knows it very well. Phil, you son of a bitch, you got me. Reply with fuck you, hell yeah. There's one unread email. Let's read the smuggler's mail. I have to show you this, Bill says. This skull is made of pure crystal, and nobody knows where it's from. You won't believe its story. He has taken a photo of the skull with his phone. The fluorescent light in the room is weak, but somehow the skull is clearly visible in the photo. Despite the quality of the photo, the skull looks amazing with its shiny material. You've seen enough crystal jewelry to know that Bill isn't showing something fake here. Let me bring it to your place. What will be your response? Bring it to the mansion. And let's wait for the smuggler. So you turn your computer off and start waiting for Bill. 15 minutes later, what the hell? He's fast. Your phone rings. The melody is Amato Mio by Pink Martini. It shows Bill as the caller. Hello? You pick up your phone and answer the call. Hey, it's me, dude, Bill says on the phone. Looking out the window, you see him standing in the doorway. I didn't want to wake your people up. Open the door for me, will ya? You leave your study room, descend the stairs. Your study room is at the 3rd floor of the mansion, and open the huge wooden door of the mansion. Bill smiles at you. It's nice to see you again. I'm sure you'll love what I got here. He shows you his full khaki sports bag. Let's move on to the study room. You climb up the stairs to your study room as Bill follows you. After you reach there, Bill closes the door of the study room and pulls the artifact from his bag. Bill puts the crystal skull on your desk with a confident smile on his face. Oh God, you've seen many things in your life, but this skull is one of the prettiest ones ever. The skull is made of pure crystal and all the details of a human skull is imprinted. It refracts the light of the room with elegance. Bill is ready to answer your questions. How did you obtain it? I was afraid you'd ask that, because you won't believe me. After a long pause, Bill continues. It is brought to me by a diver who dived in the seashore. He said that he started hearing voices inside his head when he was in the sea. Find me, the voices told him. He swam to the direction of the voices and found a floating bag. It is strange. You'd expect a skull like this should have sunk, but it was floating. The rest of the story is even stranger. Oh? After he found the bag with the skull, he continued hearing voices. They gave him my phone number. He told me he would never do any illegal shit like giving a historical artifact to a smuggler, but he couldn't disobey the voices. And you won't believe me, but when I touched the skull, I began seeing shit. Beautiful shit. I saw myself fucking 2 hot bitches. Can you believe it, dude? Bullshit. I don't expect you to believe me anyways, but you should touch the skull too. Come on. Touch it. Fuck it. You approach the skull and touch it with your bare hand. The vision starts. You are something magnificent. Definitely not a human anymore. Something way beyond human. A cosmic entity. You are omniscient. You can see and hear the whole universe. No secrets are kept from you. You are inside every mind that exists on Earth. Now you see yourself in the form of a human. You're at the top of a hill under the sun. You're not alone. There are millions of people around the hill. They're all naked and on their knees. They chant your name. You know they are yours. And the vision ends. Feels like you hit the ground when you were flying high in the heavens. You find yourself touching the skull and Bill is looking at you with a smile. I told you, he says. That skull is magical. Who crafted this? And when? I have no idea. The skull is found in a bag in the sea. It resembles nothing I've ever sold or heard. I didn't even know that it was possible to craft a baby like this. Look at it. Isn't it wonderful? How much do you want? 1 million euros. Normally I would sell by auction, but really, I don't want to keep this thing. I feel like I can lose it if I keep it for more than a few hours. You had bought much more boring things for higher prices. Okay. Yeah, let's buy it. Why not? Bill smiles. Great. Make the money transfer and the skull is yours. Yeah, let me just e-transfer you 1 million euros. Yeah, sure. You open your computer once again. Of course, you don't use banks for illegal stuff like that, but instead you open your Bitcoin account. Ah, okay. With a few clicks, all the money is sent to the smuggler. It doesn't take long for Bill's phone beep. He looks up to his phone, smiles. It was a good deal, dude. He waves at you while leaving the study room with his empty bag. If you want anything, you know whom to call. Soon, you hear Bill's car leaving the mansion. Now you're alone in your study room with the skull. Let's touch it again. As you touch the skull, something strange happens. All the lights in the room go off. The crystal starts to shine and emit white light illuminating the room. You hear a voice. Male or female, you can't figure it out. In your mind. Greetings, mortal. You feel the skull gazes into your soul. I can hear you. Talk to me. Who are you? I've got many names. Zerasil is one of them. Some perceive me as an angel, some as a demon, some as a god. Truth is, there are forces in the universe inconceivable to tiny human minds, and I am one of those forces. For ages I have been worshipped by mankind and the entities unknown to your world, but I am forgotten. I am preparing my return. A god? I don't believe in you. I don't need your belief. You are rich, but still mortal. I've been worshipped millennia ago before you were born. I will still exist after your death. Your lifespan is my minute. In fact, I could kill you right now, like a worthless insect. You want to die. Let's go for this. I'm sure this is an ending. Go ahead. Try to kill me. Suddenly, you feel a tremendous agony in your whole body. It feels like a giant is stepping on you as if you were a little insect. You are also unable to breathe. You fall on the carpet with unbearable pain. You squirm and try to catch your breath, but it chokes you. After 15 seconds that felt like an eternity, it releases you. And you hear the words in your mind. I am a merciful God. Oh, I actually genuinely thought we were going to die there. The skull awaits your questions. What are you? Wrong question. It's who, not what. Are you stuck in this crystal skull? I see and hear and know everything. My existence is far beyond this material skull. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are, like I know everything else. You are a billionaire who's afraid of clowns and hasn't earned his fortune with his hard work. You want to taste all kinds of joy on earth. I can give you what you want. It was not a coincidence that the diver and Bill brought me to you. Yes, I can give you what you want. Okay, what will you give me? You are stuck in a mortal human body. You can be a cosmic entity like me. You will know everything, be ageless, immortal, and worshipped. But I demand something first. What do you demand? Ancient civilizations always offered me something valuable. They sacrificed human lives for me. I want you to kill someone innocent. What if I say no way? Then I will kill you and find someone else who is not afraid to dirt his hands with blood. I'm not afraid. I will kill anyone. Suddenly you fall to the floor. You try to stand up, but you feel your whole body is paralyzed. And you stand up, but not voluntarily. Something controls your body. It walks to the window of your study room and opens the window. It climbs through it. With horror, you look at the concrete floor 10 meters away from the window pane you are on. And it lets your body fall. You gain control of your body once again while you are in air, but you can do nothing to prevent the fatal fall. Newspapers will write that a rich billionaire has committed suicide. The end. This one has 4 endings. Okay. The first one was suicide, I guess. Well, not really suicide, but that's what it would seem. Let's go for the other ones. What if I just go to sleep here? You take a long final sip from your drink, turn off your laptop, and head to your bedroom. You fall asleep. You wake up to a new day. The first thing you do every morning is checking Facebook and mails on your phone. On Facebook, the first post you see are about the suicide of Phil. your friend. He died last night. It shocks you because he has always been a happy man who loved to prank his friends. He was as rich as you. There were no reasons he'd commit suicide, yet he jumped off the third floor of his mansion. Oh. There are some unread emails. One of them is titled About Phil, sent by Bill, the smuggler. I know it's strange, but I was at Phil's place before he committed suicide. I sold him the crystal skull and left the mansion. Then I learned that he died. And nobody knows about the skull. I think one of the servants took and hid it. After reading the mail, you somehow feel relieved. Maybe you saved yourself from a disaster. The end. Okay, interesting. So we just didn't take it that time and we live. Next ending. Let's just read the smuggler's mail. What if I say I'm not interested? Oh, it's just the same. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's read the mail, bring it to the mansion, and wait. So what if I say thanks, but I'm not buying it? Okay, then I won't insist or try to sell it at a cheaper price. I can sell it to someone else. Packs the crystal skull into his bag. See ya. He waves at you and leaves the room. Soon you hear Bill's car leaving the mansion. You can go to bed now. And yep, it's the same one again. Okay. A lot of different ways to get the same ending in this one. This time, let's buy it. And this time we'll say, I am interested. Okay, I know someone who you can kill. Nobody cares about the lives of prostitutes. You'll find a young girl in the alley that you always buy something. You know what it is. Her name is Nina. She has short red hair and she's a virgin. This is going to be our first and last night she does her job. You'll recognize her when you see her. You won't need to hide anything after you sacrifice her to me, as you will be above all the law of humans. Deal. I knew you possess Alexander's sword and keep it in the basement alongside with your wine bottles. I want you to kill Nina with it. Go get your car. I'm waiting. So you leave your study room, descend the stairs, and go to your garage where you keep your expensive cars. You have a sports car with its distinctive red color and another black car that looks like a vigilante with a bat costume would drive. I wonder who that's referring to. You can choose one of them to bring the prostitute to your mansion. Let's just choose the red car. I don't know why this matters, but sure. So you get in your red car and drive to the alley that you always find your thing we won't name here. Despite the high horsepower of your car, you drive slowly in order to examine the people in the alley. The alley is almost isolated. You only see a few people. You know that they don't sell legal things. And you see the silhouette of a girl with a very short skirt and long legs. Clearly a prostitute. She smokes a cigarette, but she coughs with every breath she takes from it. As you approach her, you see that she has red hair like the crystal skull described. She notices your car. Sound the horn. She approaches your red car's window. She looks quite young and naive. And cute. But you're here for something else. Excuse me, sir. She shyly talks to you. I believe you seek some fun, don't you? Who doesn't? That's good. I can give you what you want. For 40. Get in the car. She gets in your car and sits in the seat next to you. As you start your car, she asks, will you bring me back here after the job is done? I'm not that experienced, to be honest. Sure. She smiles. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. You are about to arrive at the mansion. She is very naive. What the fuck? Why do you do this job? My dad is in jail. He's in a huge debt. This is the quickest way I can earn money to help him. What is your name? Doesn't matter. All names are the same. You can call me anything, but please let it be a girl's name. Nina, then. Ah, that's really my name. What a quickie dink. I know your name is Nina. The girl is shocked. Oh, how do you know my name? You wouldn't believe me. Never mind. I love how I guess your name is Nina. And then I say it again. I know your name is Nina. And she's just as surprised. Don't say anything. So you finally arrive at your mansion. You stop the car and get off. As she gets off, she looks at your mansion with awe. Wow, it looks so pretty. Must be wonderful to live here. She follows you as you walk to the mansion and open the door. The sword is in the basement. Let's take her to the basement. You show her the door that leads to the basement stairs. You turn on the lights and descend as the girl follows you. You walk past the wine casks. I'm sure that you have a good taste of wine, she says. You had hidden Alexander's sword between two casks. Then you find it and pull it from the spot you hid it. You stand between her and the basement's door so she can't escape from you. Wow, the sword looks antique. Who used to own it? Alexander the Great. Ah, is this the sword you cut the Gordian knot with? I know its story. He became the king because he thought outside of the box. He cut the knot instead of solving it by hand. I always wanted to be someone great like him, but I ended up being a prostitute. I was going to murder you, but I can't. We'll go that route after. You'll be great. After I sacrifice you. She's surprised as fuck. Because of your serious manner, she understands that you are not joking. What? You're going to kill me? She gets on her knees. Please don't kill me. Kill her. Oh, fucking shit. Oh, fuck. I forgot that this game has sound effects sometimes. Whoa. Whoa. What the fuck? You repeatedly stab the sword into the prostitute's abdomen. Blood flows out of the slit on her abdomen. Her eyes are staring at you with disbelief. She falls on the ground as you pull the sword. You understand that she died. Killing her gives you a hardness in your underwear, as you are the saddest who accept the skull's offer without hesitation. Right. You feel you are fainting, maybe because of the adrenaline of killing a girl. Maybe something else, but you slowly lose your conscience. The sword and your unconscious body fall on the floor. You wake up. You lie on the basement's floor, but you are naked. Your skin has a white color. It's white as snow. The sword is gone. At the end of the basement, you see a chair. Never had chairs on the basement, and Nina is sitting on it. She's facing back. You can't see her face. Go to her. Barefooted, you walk to the chair that Nina sits on. She doesn't move or react to your presence. Nina? She turns to face you. There's no flesh on her face. It's only a skull with red hair, but she can still talk. You took my life! Her angry voice echoes in the basement. You can feel her gaze upon you even though she doesn't have eyes. Let's leave. You leave the basement. Something is wrong with the mansion. All walls and floor have a rusty metal texture now. You hear a mixture of crying and laughing sounds, but you can't understand the source. Rusty walls weren't the only strange things. You see all your 6 servants at the entrance of the basement welcoming you. They're not human anymore, but mannequins with servant clothes. You stand motionless, but their heads are pointed at you. Go upstairs. You approach the staircase with the intention of going up. Go to the study room. You hear a loud choir behind you. Looking back, you see that the servants are now standing in a horizontal line at the bottom of the staircase. They somehow moved there while you didn't see them. They're staring at you, motionless, blocking the way to the exit. As you find your way to the study room, you see rusty metals invading every part of your mansion. The altered mansion doesn't cease to surprise you. You see a man, yourself, waiting for you in the study room. To be exact, someone who looks exactly like you with a black suit. He holds a sword in his hand. He smiles at you. Hello, my friend. You recognize the crystal skull's voice. I think you like how I look now, because I am you now. He waits for your question. Wait, so he tricked me. What have you done to my mansion? I altered it, to my liking. I told you I had powers, but I needed to regain them. By giving me a sacrifice, you gave me the power of manipulating the reality. Once again, I should thank you for that. But I won't, because I don't need you anymore. Motherfucker. What do you want? I was worshipped in old times, but modern people have forgotten me. I want my rights back. You're a fool with money. You had the potential to be one of those people who rule the world, but you spent your money on your mortal pleasures. I'm going to use your inheritance the right way. You lied to me. Yes, I did. So what are you going to do about that? You feel so weak and vulnerable. You have no chance against a man holding a sword should you try to attack him. What have you done to me? Oh, I altered you too. He points to the rusty metal wall. A curtain covers it. There never was a curtain before. There's a mirror behind it. Look at yourself. You open the curtain and confront your reflection on the mirror. You're a fucking clown. You have a big red nose. There is makeup around your mouth that forms the shape of a smile. But in reality, you are so far from smiling. You are terrified. It is permanent, he says, as you break down and start crying. Oh, now if you'll allow me, he says, touching your white shoulder. I've got places to go. He walks to the door with his sword in his hand. While he was about to leave, you see Nina at the entrance of the study room. Her body is human, but the head is a skull with hair. Let me leave you alone with Nina, he says. After he leaves, Nina starts walking at you, stumbling, as if one of her legs was crippled. Should have never bought that skull. The end. That one was fucking crazy. What the hell? Yeah, I think we're still missing a couple endings or one or something. Okay, this time we're going to buy it, and then we'll choose the black car this time. Not that I'd know this means anything. Let's wait for her to approach us. Okay, it's the same. What is this? Amateur hour? Okay, let me get this straight. You want to fuck me for 40 euros or not? Get in the car. You are on your own. Okay, I could call a cab, I guess. It's probably going to cost you more than 40 to get back to where you were. What the hell? Let me show you something more interesting. You look like a man with surprises and mystery. I loved it. I wonder how this night will end. Me too. Let's not kill her. Alexander the Great. I was going to murder you, but I can't. You say, I was going to murder you, but you can't continue your words because you start to lose control of your body. You fall on the floor, paralyzed. The sword falls with you. You can no longer hold it. Then you feel that something takes over your body. You stand up and pick the sword without your consent. You hold the sword so that its tip is on your belly. The position of harakiri. Fuck! I forgot about the sound again. You stab the sword into your abdomen and fall into your knees. The prostitute screams as you keep pulling and pushing the sword into your body until you fall to the floor. You gain control of your body once again, but it's too late. The stabs are too deep and there's nothing you can do but wait for the death to come. And it comes before she could get help. The end. Holy fuck. Okay. God damn. Well, we got 2 stories to go. I'm going to end this one here, do the other 2 in another video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking, commenting down below, and subscribing for more content from this channel as I post every single day. I know this isn't part of my normal content and it is a secondary series that I'm doing as double uploads. But if you have made it this far and you do enjoy this kind of thing, let me know. And yeah, with all that being said, hope you all enjoyed once again, and I will see you all in the next one. Josh out.